I just love coming up to Ireland. Everybody's so friendly.
It's always a nice atmosphere when we play. We play some of the best courses. People are nice. Just a nice place to come.
Great memories here in Ireland. Haven't been back to Ireland for such a long time, so it's good to be back.
You know, the Irish seem to know what's going on, and they really appreciate the good golf. Just love coming here.
Hello and welcome to the Irish Legends at Seapoint Golf Links, and my word, what a piece of golfing terrain this is, Rachel.
Kit, it is stunning. I absolutely love links golf, and this course is no exception. It's relatively young compared to other links courses in Ireland. It's going to be a tough test for those players this week, and I can't wait to see what they do.
You've played a lot of golf here in Ireland. I know you love it, and you love the fans as well.
Yeah, there's something special. They know their golf, they love their golf, and we expect to see a lot of them out this week to help the players, cheer them on. So yeah, I can't wait to see what happens.
Thanks very much, Rachel. We have got a fantastic show coming your way. All of the action from the WAP Celebrity Series. Rachel has been getting some links tips from 1999 Open champion Paul Lawrie, and of course, all of the action from the Irish Legends. And the field features quite a few players who've tasted success here in Ireland before.
Got 2 victories in Ireland, one at the K Club for the European Open back in 2002 I think it was, and then the Irish Open Portmarnock in 2003. So yeah, great memories here in Ireland.
I'd love to win another, I'd like to win another tournament, but another Irish Legends would be great.
When you're happy and you're enjoying things, you tend to play well, and that's part of my game. You know what I mean? If I'm enjoying it and I'm enjoying the places, I usually play pretty good. Well, one year I know I beat Phil Walton in a playoff, and I thought I was going to get scalped. That it was sort of like me against 50,000 Irishmen, I think. But yeah, Smitty the year before, I think he came second. But 7 shots is a lot, isn't it?
I had about 2 chances of winning the Irish Open. And you know that short guy from Wales, he kept getting in my way.
7 shots. Smitty, sorry mate. Should have got a bit closer.
Des Smith might not have won a DP World Tour or Legends Tour event on home soil, but he's racked up plenty of victories all around the world. The 2-time Ryder Cupper is the co-host and co-course designer, and he's caught up with Rachel.
Des Smith, it's an absolute pleasure. You must be extremely proud of this place.
Yes, we are. We designed and built the course back in about the early 90s. It stood the test of time. It's here about 30 years. It's held some really nice tournaments, this being probably the biggest.
You're obviously a fantastic golfer.
Well, I was one time.
Oh, you still are? You still are? How much did that influence what you did here when you went into course design?
Yeah, well, I think it did, because we have the great opportunity of playing all the great courses around the world. I mean, some of the famous links is I had some nice runs in the Open at Birkdale and at Troon, and then, of course, played many Irish Opens up at Portmarnock, which is just up the coast here. So you pick up clues and hints, and especially when you can start from scratch. It's not a very hilly area, so people might see that as a negative. We didn't, because it meant we could build our fairways where you don't have too many catchment areas. Because a lot of the old links courses, as great as they are, they've all these areas where the ball keeps running and you've got zillions of divots, So we were careful. Our landing areas were reasonably flat, and then we tried to work with the natural topography, and then as you come this side of the course, you're into a dune system. So I like to finish, because really it's the only part of the course where there are some dunes.
So what are the players going to face this week?
Well, this is the tricky thing about links golf. Even in yesterday's Pro-Am, the wind did a complete 350 switch, because there was guys on the practice ground and they didn't stay long because of that hard left to right wind. And so they were doing 30 minutes, and nobody likes practicing on that wind. And then an hour and a half later, they were all on the practice ground because the wind had done a complete switch. So that's the challenge of links golf. If I was giving a word of advice to any pro, bring his driving iron, make sure you're hitting from the fairway, because it's very difficult from the rough.
So hit the fairway.
Hit the fairway and hit the greens, and pars are good. And if you happen to roll a few putts in, I think you're going to find yourself on the podium at the end of the week.
Now, let's catch up with the action with Kit Alexander and Paul Eales from the early rounds.
Thanks, Rachel. Superb insights there from tournament co-host Des Smith. Ian Woosnam won the Irish Open in successive seasons in 1988 and 89, and he recovered from an outward half of 39 with red numbers at 10, and after this fine approach on 11 on his way to a 74. Defending Irish Legends champion Phillip Price was 3 over after 4 holes, but a birdie at 6, this excellent par save on 12, and another birdie at 14 helped him fight back for a 71. Michael Campbell enjoyed a fine start as he looked to add to his 2 DP World Tour wins in Ireland. He opened with a bogey-free 67, including this deft chip to set up a birdie 4 at the 6th. Former Ryder Cup player Peter Baker secured a one-shot lead after round 1, courtesy of an excellent 66 that featured birdies at 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 and 14. His birdie putt came this close to dropping on 18, but he led from Campbell and Gary Wolstenholme. The second round was all about Baker as the Englishman took control of the tournament. He was already 5 under for the day when he stroked this one home on 12 to make it 6 birdies in 7 holes around the turn. He made his first bogey of the tournament on 13, but bounced straight back with this on 14. Paul, how impressive was this round of golf in those conditions?
Well, it really was amazing. To come back after a 66, never easy, and everybody in the field was amazed. I mean, it was 6 shots better than the next score.
An absolutely beautiful little touch there, gave him another birdie on 16. And he finished it in style with his 10th birdie of the day on 18 to seal a course record 63. Look at that scorecard, quite incredible, and in windy conditions, Paul.
Yeah, 63 doesn't tell the story of just how difficult it was out there. Everybody was amazed at that score. Well played, Pete.
It's hard to take in, really, I've got to say. I mean, I played nicely and I hold everything pretty much, as you do when you play well and score well, and just kept going, really. Just wanted to keep going, just try and make as many birdies as I could, and it's one of them days that you have hopefully at some stage, and today was my day.
That isn't a typo. Peter Baker holds a massive 11-shot lead on -15 after 2 rounds. Adilson de Silva, Ricardo Gonzalez and Michael Long lead the chasing pack. And it was a damp start to the final day at the Irish Legends, with caddies and players working hard to keep things dry. Phillip Price started the day at 1 over, but he converted this birdie attempt at the first and added another at 3 to get under par for the week and move into the top 10. Big hitting Italian Emanuele Canonica also made the ideal start by picking up a shot with this putt at the opener, but he would give it back at the third to go back to +1. Michael Long knew he needed a fast start to apply some pressure to Baker. The New Zealander fired this beauty into the first green, but sadly he couldn't convert and had to settle for par. It's a wet morning, but less wind as the leaders are about to tee off behind us. Adilson de Silva and Ricardo Gonzalez are experienced winners on the Legends Tour. They will need a fast start as well as the rest of the chasing pack if they're to apply any pressure to runaway leader Peter Baker. Adilson de Silva off first and just an iron, Paul.
Yeah, only a 6-iron. There are 3 bunkers down the fairway that the players are just trying to lay up short of. No need to hit the driver because beyond the bunkers it runs down into a stream that fronts the green here on the opening hole, and that looks like a perfect start for Adilson.
Yeah, pretty gentle opening hole this one, eases you into the round. And Ricardo Gonzalez, the strong Argentinian.
Yeah, again going with an iron, maybe a 5 or 6-iron again. You know, for him, he could clear the bunkers with the driver, but as I said before, running into the ditch would be the problem for him. And again, stay on the fairway. It makes a difference playing from the fairway to the semi-rough.
Yeah, just 191 yards carry all required, thanks to our TrackMan numbers there. And now the man with the 11-shot lead, Peter Baker.
Yeah, beautiful rhythm in a rich vein of form, but never easy. 11 shots, he doesn't even know what that feels like going out, so one of few men that have ever done that, if any.
Yeah, after his second round, when he knew he had that big lead, he said he'd not even been in a position like this playing on the PlayStation. So we hop ahead to the second, first of the par threes, 159 yards, and Patrik Sjoland, a two-time DP World Tour winner, and enjoying his rookie season on the Legends Tour this year, Paul.
Yes, he is. He wasn't going to come out and play, family commitments, but Michael Johnson, his big friend, said, come on, Patrik, give it a go, and I think he's really enjoying himself.
A great look for Gonzalez. Nice angle here into the first. He needs to attack. All of the chasers have to attack.
And this man can do. He's got previous for shooting low rounds on a Sunday to win. That's not a bad start, is it?
So you going at the flag, or you're playing it a little bit safe here?
Well, it's mix and match, isn't it, with Pete here this week? What he can't do today is to have a big number, so he'll be a bit of caution on his side, but that wasn't cautious, was it?
Well, when you've got an 11-shot lead and you've gone 66, 63, you just fire at everything.
Well, so you think. Following a good round with another good round is never that easy.
So Michael Long, New Zealander. And that's a shot that we see a lot on links courses like Seapoint here, opting for the putter from the fringe and the apron.
Yeah, the course was in absolutely fantastic condition for the week, and all the players commented on the condition and design of the golf course.
De Silva just about a club out with his approach. No opening birdie for the Brazilian.
No, just a little bit short there, wasn't he? But this is a tricky putt from right to left, and it's quite quick down here from Patrik, although the overnight rain has slowed the greens up somewhat.
Playing for a lot of swing from right to left, too much. And one of his DP World Tour wins did come in Ireland in 2000 in the Irish Open.
Ballybunion, I think it was. Ricardo looking to hole this pretty straight across this green here. What a start this would be. Get the jitters for Peter. Boom, dead centre, wow.
Well, Ricardo Gonzalez holding up his end of the bargain if we're to have an unlikely comeback winner today. He can only control what he can control, and that's a good birdie on one, but Baker with an excellent look to match him.
Well, same thoughts for Peter, maybe just inside left with this one. Oh, just a touch firm, wasn't it? Just caught the top edge. But that's a nice start, no damage there for him.
I think that might be the first putt inside 10 feet he's missed all week. That flat stick has been on fire. So not the birdie you would have hoped for, but Ricardo Gonzalez has moved into solo second and reduced Baker's advantage to 10 shots. Join us after the break for more from the final round at the Irish Legends. Welcome back to the Irish Legends here at Seapoint Golf Links. Now, as magnificent as these vistas are behind me, the golf course itself is very challenging. Now, we wanted to find out a little bit more about how to conquer the nuances of links golf. So Rachel has caught up with 1999 Open champion Paul Lawrie.
We've got a chip shot here. You're short-sided, you've got to go over a bunker. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're going to play this shot?
You would rather be in there than you would be here. But, you know, the links ground is obviously very hard and very tight. So you've got to be careful on these shots. I think the biggest mistake amateurs make is they open the club face up too much and they create too much bounce. And as soon as they hit behind the ball, the bounce doesn't go under and the ball just goes miles. So you try and play these with a a squarer blade as opposed to an open blade, so you're not producing, you know, as much bounce. As you can see on the camera, the more you open the club face, the more this back bit, which is the bounce, drops down and the leading edge goes up. So if you can keep the club face square, there's less bounce on the club. So sometimes, like this shot here, you'd have to open it a little bit to try and get it up in the air. But again, you're trying to land it on the top of the hill here, short of the green, so that it kills it a little bit and runs it down there. You want to play it quite nice and square bladed, and then try and get as close to the ball as you possibly can.
So good. And in terms of ball position, are you keeping it very much in the middle?
I keep it just slightly forward of middle, because obviously the more forward it is, the more you're going to lean back and you're going to catch the ball clean. So ideally you want the ball forward of middle, a little bit of left side on it to keep the sternum ahead of the impact area, and just try and pick the ball off the top and not try and dig down and get too steep, because it's just going to cause you all sorts of problems.
Should we see another one?
Yeah.
Everyone got that at home, nice and easy. That's so good. You think you do it for a living, Paul?
Oh, I know. Sometimes it's all right, isn't it?
Thank you so much for that. I know
Absolute
it is an
pleasure.
extremely difficult shot for amateurs.
The secret is to get as close to the ball as you can. As soon as you hit behind it, with a hard ground, the club's just clunking and you can't get control on it. So you try and nip it as close to the ball as you can with a slightly open club face, but more square than it is laying way open.
You made it sound very easy.
Well, yeah, sometimes.
Unfortunately, it wasn't quite the week Laurie was hoping for, but he did finish strongly with a 69 to add to a 75 and 79. Phillip Price got to 3 under for the day with this 5-footer at 6, but he dropped a shot at the very next hole. The Welshman got things going in the right direction again with birdies at 9 and 10. Order of merit number 1, Adilson de Silva balanced a bogey at 2 with a birdie at 3, and he rode the par train all the way to the turn with this long birdie effort just sliding past on 9. Ricardo Gonzalez was looking the most likely man to emerge from the pack to challenge Baker as he added to his birdie at 1 with another at 3. This tricky pitch at the par 5 6th set up another chance. Unfortunately, he left the putt teetering over the front edge. He did circle another red number on 8, and a par at the next gave him a front 9 of 33. It was steady away for the runaway leader Peter Baker as he confidently held this for par at the second and added 3 more to remain at 15 under through 5. His first move from par was in the right direction. This one found the bottom of the cup on 6, but a drop shot after an errant tee shot on the par 3 9th meant it was a level par front 9. Baker doing exactly what he needs to, but an excellent outward half from Gonzalez has closed the gap to 8 shots and given him a 3-shot cushion on 3rd. And Michael Long, searching for his best ever finish on the Legends Tour, finished tied 6th in Mauritius at the end of last year and going along pretty well in this final round.
Yeah, Michael's a longer hitter off the tee, and what a beautiful iron shot he's hitting there.
Phillip Price up on 15. This is the start of that incredible closing stretch, heading out to the sea with this tee shot.
Yeah, it really is a wonderful finish using the beach on the right-hand side. But this is a tricky little pin today. Just a little spine on which the flag is cut, and that's a great shot from Phil. A few feet either side, and he would have run away from the hole.
Long for eagle here at 10.
Oh, well, he thought that was going to break from left to right. It didn't. But a nice, easy birdie kick. We like those for birdie.
Yeah, tap in for birdie's never a bad thing. So that 2020 Q School winner moves to 4 under.
Can Phil finish off that wonderful tee shot on 15? Go on then.
Not quite to be, but still a very good defence of the Irish Legends title, and we can hear from the man looking to succeed him.
Peter, now I know you got a fantastic lead out here, but how good was it to see that birdie go in on 6?
Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just everything's helpful. Any birdies are very helpful. So yeah, just want to try and keep that gap if I can, and yeah, bring the thing home.
And the conditions have changed, typical links conditions. We've had sun, we've had rain. How's it differing now?
Yeah, it's a slightly different wind. It's a bit more across today, and it's just starting to freshen now. So which I quite like. So it's certainly a different wind. So I have to keep thinking about it.
I'll leave you to keep going. Keep playing well.
Thanks very much. Thanks.
Fortunately, that early rain has cleared away as the leaders head into the back nine, and this 10th, a pretty gettable one, Paul.
Well, it is today on Sunday. It hasn't been all week. Into the wind, that bunker on the right was 261 to get past. Players weren't reaching it, but Pete's done that today now. A little hybrid in here, just over 200 yards. It's a gettable pin. Oh, that looked nice.
Yeah, it's a very inviting angle looking from behind him there.
Wow, what a shot. That'll calm the nerves down. Fantastic. Good club, Helen.
Yeah, wife Helen on the bag. So Ricardo Gonzalez. Well, he looks miles down there.
Yeah, the power that Ricardo's got for an over 50 golfer as he lays into the back of that big divot. Needs to get this one close, and he has done. Two fantastic shots into the par 5 10th.
Is this a little match play moment? If Ricardo can roll that one in first, suddenly that hole gets a bit smaller for Peter Baker. Well, jumping ahead to 18, Keith Horn runner-up at the Riegler and Partner Legends in Austria, first event of the season. And a brilliant eagle to finish there. Rounds of 73 and a couple of 72s, one over par. Might just squeak him into the top 10.
Yeah, another good effort from Keith. What's Adilson doing? He's certainly not got the power of Peter or Ricardo, but he's certainly got a short game to die for, but unfortunately didn't get that one stiff.
Silva was the man that conquered Horn in that playoff at the Riegler and Partner Legends.
A huge putt for the Argentine. Going to be a little from his right. Can he make the eagle? Oh, he was up early. He knew he'd just tweaked that left early doors, but that's going to be a birdie and a good start to the back nine.
We said before you're never disappointed with a tap-in birdie, but I think there is one of those rare occasions when you might be. That felt like the moment that if it was going to turn the pressure onto Baker, he had to hold that.
Adilson, this is his strongest suit. Right side of the cup. Oh, and like Ricardo, he missed it left early doors. He knew that. That's a disappointing par 5. If you can ever have a disappointing par, that would be one for Adilson there.
Just not quite got it going today as we might expect from the man leading the Order of Merit, but Peter Baker firmly in charge of this tournament, this to get to 17 under.
This will settle the nerves. Wow, what a 3 from Pete. Exactly what he wanted entering this back nine, and he'll be thinking about the winner's speech now.
That emphatic start to the back nine gets Baker to 17 under. Gonzalez putting a very handy final round together as the rest of the players jostle for position. We're enjoying being an hour up the coast from Dublin in Ireland's ancient East.
Well, I think what makes it so special is the variety of things to do and see. It's a region probably best known or internationally renowned for its heritage, but its natural landscape has allowed us to create products like this, create products like Seapoint Golf Links. There's a vast array of world-class golf to be enjoyed in Ireland's ancient East also.
And there's more world-class golf from the breathtaking Seapoint Golf Links after this short break. Welcome back to the Irish Legends. Now, throughout the season, we've got a series of celebrity tournaments where the players compete to qualify for the grand final in Mauritius, where there is a prize pot of £100,000 up for grabs for their chosen charities. Let's see what happened this week. The second WAP Celebrity Series event of the season was blessed with a beautiful day on the links, with firm and fast conditions and only a gentle breeze, allowing for impressive scoring. A star-studded field assembled at Seapoint, including actor James Nesbitt, singer Brian McFadden, former F1 world champion Damon Hill, and former England cricket captain Sir Andrew Strauss. All the players were desperate for victory and to book their ticket to the grand final at Mauritius. Former Wales rugby star Scott Cornell had a fantastic run of 5 net threes in a row from the 12th on his way to a total of 34 Stableford points and 5th. He had a lot of fun alongside Ian Woosner. 3 players finished joint second with 35 points. Former England footballer Teddy Sheringham started on the 10th tee and had an excellent opening 9 of 20 points. He finished in style with 2 3-pointers. DJ Locksmith from Rudimental plays off 10 and he looks solid all day. He recovered from a little wobble to rack up 10 points from his last 4 holes to reach 35. Cork hurler Anthony Nash only had 9 points after 6 holes, but he lived up to his scratch handicap to kick on and secure his share of second, helped by gross birdies at 3 of the par 5s. But no one could get near Liam Botham, who scored a sensational total of 41 points. The former rugby player played the front 9 in a magnificent 33 strokes, with birdies at 2, 3 and 4 and an eagle at the 8th. He also had a birdie on 10.
It was just one of those days where I got 3 birdies in a row, then had another birdie and an eagle. You know, obviously delighted, and obviously going to get some serious brownie points when I get home to tell the wife that we're on our way to Mauritius in December.
He received his prizes from Irish Legends co-host Des Smith, and he'll be competing for his father Sir Ian Botham's charity at the grand final in Mauritius later this year. In the Alliance event, it was PJ Noonan who took the spoils, edging out Brian O'Farrell on final round countback, and he received the trophy from Legends Tour chairman Ryan Howson. Back to the professionals, with Peter Baker cruising towards his second Legends Tour win. Greg Hutchin finished second last time out at the Jersey Legends, and he continued his good form in Ireland. He was on the fringes of the top 10 as he played the final hole. And he nearly holed his second shot for an albatross. The Scotsman did stroke the eagle putt home to finish in style and add a closing 70 to rounds of 70 and 74 to clinch another top 10. Adilson de Silva was on a run of 9 pars in a row when he threatened the hole with this birdie attempt from way downtown on 13. Not to be, and another par was added to the sequence on 14 to stay at -4. Phillip Price birdied the 16th and completed an impressive final round of 67 with this birdie at 18. The defending champion finished with a good total of 4 under par. Michael Long was making an excellent run at improving his best Legends Tour finish of tied 6th. He birdied the 11th, bogeyed the 12th and birdied the 14th. And then fired this super tee shot at 15. Long was up to the task as he holed the 10-footer to move to 6 under and sole possession of third place with 3 holes to play. Ricardo Gonzalez got to -5 for the day and -9 for the tournament, courtesy of this birdie with a flourish at 12. He got to double digits under par with his 6th red number of the day on 14. Peter Baker followed a birdie at 11 with only his 3rd bogey of the week at 12. This straightforward par at 13 and another at 14 meant he was 7 ahead with 4 to play. And Baker surely has 1.5 hands on the trophy now. It's a special closing stretch at Seapoint.
15, 16, 17 and 18 are a fantastic finishing stretch here at Seapoint Golf Links. It's not only stunning, but it's extremely scoreable. 15th is a par 3. It's the shortest hole on the course, but that does not make it easy. Find the right part of the green. There's a ridge running through the centre, which means you need pinpoint accuracy. 16th is a drivable par 4. The prevailing wind is down and a mishit off the tee could be very penal. 17th hole, par 3, the signature hole. It's a very skinny green with pinpoint accuracy required off the tee. The well-positioned front right trap limits the player's shot choice. 18th is a fantastic finishing par 5 which is reachable for the players. Find the fairway and they'll be left with a short iron into the green.
We've already seen eagles from Hutchin and Horn on 18 today, so it is doable, Paul.
It certainly is, but you can also have a disaster. Now then, just a wedge in here at 15 for Ricardo. We mentioned already the hole location, the pin in a tough little spot here, back left. He's talking to it. Oh, and that's going to catch the... you see, catches the ridge and just runs away.
Yeah, if that just lands a yard further left, it's half the distance to the hole. Has Adilson de Silva learned from his playing partner?
He's had a great start to his senior career. I think he likes the look of that one, doesn't he? Oh, bang on line. Go on. Oh, it just grabbed, didn't it? What a great shot from Adilson.
Yeah, Barry Lane, Rookie of the Year last year, winning the first event of this season, of course, top of the order of merit as things stand. But Baker with a chance to overtake him.
Yeah, what he can't do here is just miss it left. Got to be right of the flag. Yeah. Terrific shot from Peter there. Anything left of that flag could have spun down and he'd have been in all sorts of trouble. Great shot.
Oh, Michael Long at 16, and you can see a little switch in the wind, so not everyone going for it today.
Well, no, Michael's laid back there. I know, speaking to him at the start of the week, he was hitting a lot of irons off the tee, taking Des Smith's advice to the players, which was find the fairway. He has done, and that gives him that approach there. Well played, Michael.
And Patrik Sjoland, we can assure you, is just the other side of that dune. There's the top of his club head you might have seen flashing. And it's produced a pretty good result.
Yeah, great result. But you could see the ball releasing on there because he was coming out of the rough.
Gonzalez having to go up and over that ridge.
Yeah, tricky one here. Get that first bit. Once it gets on the top, it's pretty flat. It's a good roll, but it just needs a little bit more pace in that one.
Yeah, great to see the crowds out, and all of the players this week so appreciative of the Irish fans. Now Baker, the 1993 Ryder Cupper.
Take 2 putts and walk onto the next tee. Yeah, you could see that he was just get this one by the side of the hole. He knew the pace was right, and that's another hole safely negotiated for Pete.
He was almost there ready to tap it in before he'd hit the first putt.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
And now Sjoland for his birdie to move to 4 under.
Well done.
Yeah, nicely done by the Swede, who actually suffered a terrible car crash much earlier in his career, was in intensive care for a month, had his spleen removed, so incredible that he's playing at all, let alone at this standard.
Yeah, Kit, you're referencing the fans that were out here, but also the members that were out spotting. I know all the players were greatly appreciative of their time, stood there in the wind and the rain, spotting our errant tee shots. I found 1 or 2 of mine in the long grass, that's for sure.
Michael Long has moved to 7 under. Adilson de Silva to get to 5.
Well done.
And the tee shot deserved it.
Yeah, just get him to pick those up. Don't even get Adilson to knock those, and he's so good.
So Ricardo Gonzalez just with a little bit of work to tidy up here for last year's Senior Italian Open winner.
He's a man who's used to having big finishes. to win tournaments, but it looks like he's going to be a little shy this week.
Peter Baker heading for one of the most impressive victories in Legends Tour history, and Michael Long fighting for a big finish as well. We'll see the conclusion of the Irish Legends after the break. Welcome back to the final round of the Irish Legends at Seapoint Golf Links. Patrik Sjoland continued his steady day that kept him inside the top 5 with this gritty par save on the gorgeous par 3 17th. Ricardo Gonzalez looked like he had second place sewn up. He controlled the spin beautifully on his approach here at the par 4 16th. He had to settle for a par. Adilson de Silva matched his playing partner's approach from the first cut of rough, but like the Argentinian, he would fail to finish it off and head to 17 with a par. The leader did take advantage of 16 though, as Peter Baker canned yet another putt for his 19th birdie of the week. Plus that eagle earlier on 10 as well, that got him to 18 under. It's never done until you've signed your scorecard, but Baker can really enjoy these last couple of holes with an 8-shot lead. Gonzalez is headed for the best round of the day.
Playing 190 yards to the back pin here. Maybe just a 5 or a 6 iron. 6 iron probably for Pete. Has Helen given him the right club? Oh, yes she has. Just stuck in there. Earlier on in the week when it was blowing, that would have bounced and probably bounded through the green there.
Now Patrik Sjoland. Well, an eagle here would get him to 6 under par and a chance of third spot, depending on what others do.
Straight down breeze. And that early morning rain taking a little bit of sting out of the course. That's a great shot from Patrik. Stay there, stay there. That is a wicked pin on 18 though.
Yeah, it looks simple, doesn't it? But there's runoffs just either side of it. 3
paces either side of that pin on 18, but what can Ricardo do? A long shot now, but he's thinking second place here. Over the ridge and then turning to the left. That's a pretty good effort from Ricardo.
He's had an underrated career, the Argentinian. Those 4 DP World Tour wins, 17 unbroken years on the main tour from 1999. Michael Long, a player who had a couple of years on the PGA Tour.
Yes, he did, and enjoyed his time in the States. Long range effort here. And like we were saying, just 3 paces that side of the hole and the ball runs away some 20 to 30 yards away. Some great shapes in the greens here at Seapoint.
Yeah, it really has been a wonderful test for the players. Now Sjoland for his eagle to finish 6 under.
It really is good to see Patrik out playing, and he is enjoying himself. Still working hard as he always did.
Peter Baker for birdie on 17.
Just cozying it down there. Well, could have done with it a little firmer, but that's okay. Shake of the head.
Well, that's all he needs to do at this stage. Gonzalez to stay in double digits under par. Yeah, he deserves a lot of credit for how he's gone about his business in this final round.
Yeah, we wouldn't have expected anything different, but the pressure was absolutely on Peter Baker. Come on, Patrik. Roll this in, finish off a very, very good week. Well done.
Really good stuff from the Swede. 72, 69, 70, level or under par all week, and a 5 under total. And just 1 hole to go for Peter Baker, looking for his 2nd win on the Legends Tour, 4 years after his first.
See Beautiful little cut off the left-hand side. Good club speed.
He's about to achieve one of his ambitions that he's got left, to win with wife Helen on the bag.
Yes, fantastic for Helen as well, because she sees all the bad times that Peter's had and now can celebrate the good times.
A good time this week for Michael Long, who strokes in that closing birdie. So rounds of 70, 70 and 69, a 7 under par total. And that will be a best ever Legends Tour finish for the New Zealander. And Ricardo Gonzalez will give this a biff.
Yeah, one of the longest players, if not the longest player out on the Legends Tour. Boom! Trees down there, 315 yards I think they are. And he skirts past those. Great hit again from Ricardo.
We can hear from the leader. Peter, can you describe how you're feeling in this moment on the brink of your first Legends Tour victory in 4 years?
Yeah, I'm absolutely delighted. Yeah, I want to really scream and shout, but I've still got a few more to play. But yeah, delighted that I managed to win here in Ireland. I've always wanted to do that and been close a few times, but to get back in the winner's circle is fantastic.
Peter, thanks for your time. We'll let you finish this off and enjoy the ovation up at the green. Yeah, you can just tell what it means to him, talking to him all through the week. Gonzalez having a shy at the putting surface.
Just a short iron coming out. There's not going to be much spin on this ball. Wow, whoa, slow down, slow down. Straight enough, where's it going to finish? One of the great design features, the runoff areas there. It's eventually finished, but that's not done from there yet.
Now that just perfectly illustrated what you were saying earlier about the runoffs, and that is the view right now as Peter Baker approaches his third shot.
Yeah, very sensible layup out the rough. That bunker in front of him there to be avoided at all costs, which he's done. Just a little pitch in from 120 yards. Absolutely dead centre. Great shot from a great champion.
Yeah, I think the way he's handled himself in this final round, as we see the final group make their way up to the green, and Peter Baker especially get the ovation he deserves. The way he's handled himself in this final round, you know, he'd almost won it and done the hard work the first couple of rounds. 63 course record in the second round on top of the 66. It's a great position, but it's difficult going out there with such a big lead, isn't it? And this man, Gonzalez, well, he's put some pressure on him.
Yeah, pushed him all the way from that birdie on the first he made. All right, he's got the power, but he's also got the touch as well.
You can see how hard he hit that. It's a steep slope, steeper than it looks on TV.
Yeah, wonderful design, subtle design, some of them around this green, and once the ball starts to move away, it's certainly going to move away from the green. Adilson for birdie, was wayward off the tee, but another excellent week from the Rookie of the Year.
He might just get it done.
Yeah, he's got his sights firmly set on that main Order of Merit title this year. Peter Baker, is this the last stroke of what has been an incredible tournament?
As expected, approaching the hole with no speed whatsoever. Well done, Pete. Absolutely fantastic. Chuffed to bits for you.
Yeah, mark that one down, clear the way. Let Ricardo finish off for his birdie, hopefully. Yeah, very tidy stuff. Best round of the day from the Argentinian. That's 65 to go with 69 and 71. He did all he could do, really. It was just too much to make up on the final day.
Well, one player out in the field was a different class to the rest of us.
And Silva finishes on 5 under par. And yeah, for Peter Baker, tied third in Jersey. But he got the job done this week. What an incredible performance. That has to go down as one of the best Legends Tour victories ever, Paul.
Yeah, no question. And oh, isn't that a great picture? Helen as well. Pair of them absolutely delighted. Such emotion.
And that's wonderful to see Ricardo Gonzalez holding his hand up there, and so well deserved. Peter Baker really was in a class of his own this week. Confirmation of that emphatic 7-stroke win on -18.
I lost my mum about 5 weeks ago now, so I think I had a bit of help from above, and she'd have been very proud. And obviously having Helen on the bag, that was a brilliant thing. So it's just been a great week, and something I'll never forget.
Peter Baker received the trophy from Irish Minister for Sport, Thomas Byrne. That win takes the Englishman to the top of the Legends Tour Order of Merit, narrowly ahead of Adilson de Silva, who finished tied 4th in Ireland. What a week here at Seapoint Golf Links, and what a masterful winner of the Irish Legends in the form of the record-breaking Peter Baker. More than worthy of a second career Legends Tour win. That's all from Ireland, and we'll see you next time.